Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to our Marketing Cloud Email Specialist Prep program. Okay, in this training, we will try to discuss the topics which will be helpful for clearing your certification exam, which is Email Specialist. In this Email Specialist on 12th of August, we are trying to discuss some of the important topics like sender profile, send classification, delivery profile, send classification. We'll try to discuss on CAN-SPAM, some basic things to know, and then something called default subscription center, profile center, something called the fundamentals of list, if required. So list, I'll keep it as a separate topic. Content, dynamic content, I'll keep it as a separate topic. So we need to discuss on list and also on dynamic content, how to build it, how to build a dynamic content. So having said that, so there are 5 topics in your exam. Subscriber and data management, which is weighing 26%. Marketing automation will be for 26%. Content creation and delivery will be for 24%. Insights and analytics will be for 14%. Email marketing best practices will be for 10%. Okay. So these topics, whatever I'm trying to discuss, okay, we'll try to decide which section it might be coming later. But for now, these are the topics what we are discussing for today. Perfect. So having said that, what is sender profile? What is delivery profile? And what is send classification and what it consists of? Sender profile consists of thumbnail and from email address. Delivery profile consists of IP address, header of your email, and footer of your email. Send classification consists of 3 things: sender profile, delivery profile, and CAN-SPAM classification, which will be of 2 types: commercial and transaction. These are the things which will combine. So what you should remember, there are 3 components to learn. One is the sender profile, then comes delivery profile. Combination of these 2, 1 and 2, remember this, 1 plus 2 will be your send classification. And all these things will happen only after you have SAP completed. SAP stands for Sender Authentication Package. Okay, don't worry about that at this point of time if you are not aware. And very importantly, from address management comes first. From address comes first. Okay. So now let's take a scenario. Let's take an example. Send a profile. Anytime when you want to send an email, you need 3 things or 4. What do you need? What do you need to send an email? 1, you need an email, correct? Second, you need 2. What is 2 here? 2 is the people who receive your email list. It will be your data extension. Okay, depends. Majorly it is data extension. Or it is your recipients. You can call them as 2. You can call them as recipients. In Marketing Cloud, we call them as subscribers, correct? Remember, anything, you name it anything, it's the same. Third, you need send classification. You need send classification. 4, you need publication list. By default, it is all subscribers. Preferably try to use custom or publication list, which is yours. You need publication list, which is all subscribers. Last but not the least, you need suppression list, or exclusion list. It's one and the same. This is optional. Every time when you want to send an email, you need an email, you need two. You need from details. Two is your DE, from is your send classification. ಯಾರಿಂದ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. You need publication list. All subscribers is default. You can create your own. This story will link you to a concept, and that concept, this list, publication list, will link you people to learn something called the default profile center and subscription center. Okay, which we will discuss later. Now let us try to understand three things: sender profile, delivery profile, and send classification associated to your from address management. Okay, remember what do you need? Send classification. Send classification needs two other things: sender profile, delivery profile. You have nothing to do here, but you should know it will consist of A, IP address, B, header, C, footer. Sender profile will consist of from name. It will consist of from email address. So we'll try to discuss about this in detail in one of the other videos, but for now we need to learn these three. Let's go one by one. Let's start with send classification, then we'll try to discuss delivery profile, then we'll discuss sender profile. You can discuss in any order, that's absolutely fine. So I have a tool to demonstrate this. I'm in Marketing Cloud Setup. I am in Marketing Cloud Setup. You need to have setup access to do this as an admin. If you're not an admin, at least you should know this feature. Under platform tools, we have feature settings. Under feature settings, we have email studio. Under email studio, the first one is from address management. What is next? Sender profile. What is next? Delivery profile. What is next? Send classification. Okay, parallelly, I want to show you people email sending feature also, just to make you people related. Just to make you people related to it. Now, when I'm trying to do this, I'll take up an email and I will show you the importance of these elements. You need an email, you need two: send classification, publication list, suppression list, anyhow it is optional, but still we'll see where to locate it. So first I'll pick an email. This is my email. I'll click the button send. So you have the first element. You have subject line, you have pre-header, you have send classification. You can see this. When you select the send classification, you can see this is the from name, this is the from email address. What is this? We have IP address, header and footer, which is coming from delivery profile. If you remember this picture, you'll easily remember this. Send classification is a combination of sender profile plus delivery profile. Okay, plus CAN-SPAM, which I will show you later. So we have sender profile, we have delivery. This is our from. This is our to. Data extension. This is my target D, and now you will see publication list. Email done. To send classification. Now we are trying to discuss public. Every time when you send an email, you need at least one publication list, which is all subscribers, or any other publication list. This is by default. You can pick any other publication list. I'll select this. Okay. What is next? It's all, you know, the remaining pictures, right? Now let us switch to setup send classification. So when I click on send classification, you can create a new one, or you can create an or you can see the existing one. Let's see the existing one. To understand this, you need sender profile, you need delivery profile. So when I select this, send classification, you can pick any one or you can create new one. Okay, I'll show you the new screen. It's not a rocket science. So I'll click on create. Just a minute. When you want to create a send classification, you give a name. You should select CAN spam classification, commercial or transaction. I'll discuss this in detail later. This is where you will decide whether it is sending a commercial content or a transactional content. How it affects, I'll discuss. Then you need sender profile. You need delivery profile. We have only one delivery. This is not required at this point of time. Don't worry about send priority. Send priority, as of today, it's only 2, but in general, it will be normal, low, and high. Normal, low, and high. Okay. What do you need to create a send classification? What do you need to create a send classification? We need CAN spam classification. We need sender profile. We need delivery profile. Both it is useful for your interview and for your email specialist, admin, and consultant exam. To create a send classification, we need CAN spam classification, sender profile, and delivery profile. This is the one which will be used for your email send. Now comes, let's go one by one. Delivery profile. If you want to create a delivery profile, by default, there will be a delivery profile. But if you want, you can create one more. But usually we don't do it. It is required when you have more than one IP address. So if you have more than one IP address, you'll be selecting here. So if you remember one of the discussions, where do you select the IP address? You'll select it in the delivery profile. This is known as IP address. Just like an address to you have, like to your home, number 13, road number 4, Vijayanagar, XYZ city, exactly same way. Every computer will have an IP address, and this is where you will select it. You need a header and footer. Delivery profile consists of 3 items: IP address, header, and footer. What is next? You need a sender profile. This is all required because you need a send classification. Okay, when you're creating a sender profile, you will specify the from name and from email address. Anything which is required. So you'll specify the from name here. From name. For example, I'll specify my company. Or it might be our fictional company NTO or Northern Trail of Business. We'll specify the email address here. For example, marketing@nto.com, like this. This is known as from email. This is known as from email address. This is where you'll specify what should be the from name, just like what people receive from any company. This is where you'll be defining sender profile, delivery profile, send classification. 3 important components under this section of sending the email. Very good. So from address management is the place where you will specify from email address. You will specify the from email address. What should be the from email address? Should be given in from address management. That is in this place, which is connected to your concept called SAP, which I'll discuss a separate concept on a separate video on SAP later. From address management, sender profile, delivery profile, and send classification. Publication list, suppression list, and exclusion list I will be discussing in a separate video just to help you people understand this concept. Anyhow, there are some concepts which are connected, which we will discuss. So we'll try to understand what is default subscription center and profile center. It's a pretty simple concept which you can easily understand. When you send an email from Marketing Cloud, as I mentioned, it will have a default header and default footer, correct? So just give me a second. Let me log into one of the emails which I'll be receiving from my marketing tool. And let me show you the details. Okay. When you people receive an email from Marketing Cloud, by default, there are 3 links. This is the footer part. This is known as default footer. This part is known as default footer. This email was sent, this email belongs to, and some of the information. Here we have subscription center link, profile center link, and unsubscribe link. When you click on these links, it will take you to a web page. When I click on manage subscription link, it will take me to a default subscription center. This page is known as default subscription center. This link is present because of the header or footer coming from delivery profile. This link will take you people to a web page, and that web page is known as subscription center. Since it is coming from Marketing Cloud, we call it as default subscription center. If you click on this update profile, it will take you to profile center page, this one, which is known as default profile center. Profile center, subscription center together. Profile center plus subscription center together is known as web collector. Web collect is a combination of default profile center and default subscription center. Default profile center and default subscription center is known as web collect. Default profile center and default subscription center is out of the box web page given by Marketing Cloud. No one will be responsible to create it. No one will be responsible to create it. Good. This is how the people manage. So this is known as default subscription center and default profile center, which is coming. This is the default header, and this is the default links to subscription center, profile center, and unsubscribe link. All these are coming from default header and default footer. Now, where is the default header and footer coming? Default header and footer is coming from your company settings, account settings. So this link, whatever I showed you in the email, this is not magically designed. It is coming from here. Header, footer, where it is located? Settings, account settings. If I click on edit button, you should be in a position to see that. So this is how it looks. You can see header and footer is coming from system default, system default. You can change it to custom or you can change it to manual. So this design is coming from company settings, account settings. And this account settings is carried into delivery profile. Delivery profile will tell what is the default header and footer which is present here. Good. We are deep diving into Marketing Cloud as and when now you know how to send the email. Now we are trying to understand more about it. Good. With this, I'll be stopping this recording, which was related to sender profile, delivery profile, send classification, and a very simple information about default subscription and profile center. We have a detailed discussion, which we will do in a couple of other videos in detail. Thank you very much. I'll stop the recording on this one.